Hello, Access Adams. It's Miss Tessima here. We are finishing off our weird series read aloud. We have the third book of the series titled Tough, and this is showcasing Sam's story, Sam's perspective. Now, throughout the series so far, we have introduced a couple words and we've defined them. So feel free to go back and rewatch those videos and reflect on some of the meaning behind the terms that we've used. But I want to go over a term that we used a lot, but we haven't necessarily defined yet. And that term is bullying. Now, bullying has a very specific definition, and sometimes we confuse it with teasing or someone being mean or someone being rude. But there's a very specific definition for it, and I'm going to go over that with you. Um, now, as we were reading the series, we mentioned that Sam is doing a lot of the bullying to Jayla and Lisa, the characters from the first and the second books of the series. So let's go over bullying before we read the story. So bullying has a couple factors that make it what it is. When someone is bullying, they're often doing that intentionally, so to cause harm on purpose. So they want to cause harm, and that's sort of the goal or the main idea for it. The second piece of bullying is that it's repetitive. That means it happens more than once. It's not just one day someone decides to call you weird or make fun of what you're wearing or your capabilities in class. So this is something that happens over and over again over a period of time, but at least 3 times, and then that would count as something repetitive. The third thing that I like to mention is that there's usually a power imbalance. And so that might look like a couple of different things. Maybe the person causing the harm is bigger, taller, older, or maybe they have more power because they have more friends, or they have a sense of toughness that they're showing, and others are typically scared. So there are a couple factors, but those are the main three that are usually reflective of what bullying is. So that they're intentionally causing harm. Two is that they're repeating this behavior, even if the person says stop, and even if the person shows that they're clearly upset, they continue it. And three, there's some sort of power imbalance where the person causing the harm has more of a power than the person that's the target. So now that we've gone over this definition, let's read the story. So this is Tough, Sam's Perspective by Erin Frankel. What are you staring at? I'm not the weird one. My name is Sam, and I'm tough. That's Louisa. She's weird. She dresses weird. She acts weird. She talks weird. Someone has to tell her, so I do. Keeping things cool at school is tough, but I'm pretty good at it. I get lots of practice. So it looks like Sam is sitting at home and watching a show or a movie, and it looks like some older kids, some teenagers, and they're saying something like, "That's so last year." And so she says to Jayla, "Stars are so stupid." And here at home, "You're such a freak." Looks like her brother's saying that. Sam says, "And you're a loser." So at school, she says, "Weird," to Louisa. Are you sensing a pattern here? It's a tough job, but someone has to make the rules, and that's me. So she says, "We speak English here," to Louisa, as Louisa's saying, "Hola, papa." And on the school bus, she tells Jayla, "Tell Louisa she can't sit there." If everyone did what they wanted, things would be out of control. Believe me, I know. "Stop, give it back, Alex," she says to her brother. The way I look at it, people need to be tough. Learn how to take a joke. I did. Looks like this is a couple or sometime in the past. And someone saying to Sam, "Move over, giant." Just kidding, as they're trying to see who's presenting in the front of the class. "Hey, geek, you dropped your music," a bunch of kids say to another student. "Who plays the violin anyway?" Sam joins. If someone doesn't like the way I act, well, that's tough. "We're playing my way," Sam says. "Around here, what I say goes. No one dares to tell me no." "Hey, Jayla, go tell Louisa I think her boots are weird." And remember from Jayla's story, she ends up doing it and listening to Sam. But that was in the beginning of her story. So what if I'm a little tough on Louisa? The way I look at it, she has it easy. She's always getting the right answer. She's always with her friends. And she's always smiling. Well, at least she used to smile. And here's Sam laughing. The truth is, I don't have much to smile about anymore. Things are getting tough around here. People aren't following my rules. "Louisa, I'm sorry," says Jayla. "Thanks," says Louisa. And it looks like these students are going over to a teacher about some of the things that Sam's doing. So they're reporting. Remember, that's not tattling, that's telling, that's reporting. "Why should I care?" After the teacher says, "How do you think this makes Louisa feel?" So the teacher goes ahead and, those are adult responsibilities, talking to Sam and trying to get some information, talking about what's going on with Sam. "How do I think Louisa feels?" Huh, that's tough. That's a tough question. I try not to think about other people's feelings. And the harder I try, the more I forget. I forget what it's like to feel sad, what it's like to feel scared, or what it's like to really care. "Sam, why are you being so mean to people? Do you want to talk about it?" Now, as you're looking at this page, think about the importance of empathizing and trying to imagine how other people feel based off of your actions. So, thinking about the impact of your words and your actions on other people. And why do you think that's important? Sam is having a hard time understanding why that's important. "I'm not being mean. I'm just being tough. I act this way to keep things cool so people won't mess with me." Do they really think I'm mean? Well, maybe Mr. C is right. Maybe I could use a little help. Someone to tell me enough is enough. Someone to tell me stop acting so tough. Someone to help me see that being kind can be cool. Sam, you can either follow the rules or sit out. The choice is yours. We'll come back to that because that's a powerful statement. The choice is yours. And up here, there's Sam thinking, you gave Louisa her boots back, Jayla. That was cool. And someone else to make the rules. I'm starting to see that when I'm kind, people notice. And I can be kind and still be strong. What, you're suddenly Miss Nice now? A couple of kids say to Sam. Just ignore them, this one says. So Sam is getting some positive feedback about being nice. And that feels good. Changing is tough, but the more I act like my real self, the easier it gets. Remember this page. It was in the other two books. Love those polka dots, Louisa. Thanks. Cute boots, Louisa. Those are cool. With everyone standing up for each other, school seems like a cooler place to be. Of course, I could always find someone to pick on if I wanted to. Remember, we all have a choice. But it feels much better to have a friend instead. And here's Sam trying out a violin. Wow, this is tougher than I thought. So another spin on how to be tough. I discovered something really amazing. I also noticed that Sam is smiling more. When I show people I care, even just a little bit, they show they care back. Enough is enough. I'm through with being mean. Oh, enough is enough. I'm through with being tough. I want to go back to this page really quickly. So Sam discovers something amazing as she's spending more time with those that she hurt in the past and getting to know them and showing them that she cares. She's realizing that it feels really good to care because she gets some care back. She gets kindness back. We talked about kindness and caring and empathy being somewhat of a ripple effect. The more that we show kindness, the more it spreads and it comes back to us. So that's a positive pattern that we want to continue to promote in our schools. And that's how people can be a good friend, make friends, and keep friends. All right, friends. So here is Sam's notes. This is Sam's acronym. It's just like Louisa and Jayla. I'm going to go ahead and read this, and I'll also take a picture of this page and post it underneath this video so that you can create your own. But let's listen to Sam's notes. It's tough work changing my behavior, but being mean all the time is even tougher. Here are some things that I've learned. Taking my anger out on others only makes me angrier. Out of control is how I felt before someone helped me change. Unless I change my behavior, I will keep hurting myself and others. Giving people a chance is a good way to fit in and be cool. Having real friends feels a lot better than being tough. And so that is Sam's tough poem slash acronym. So, some things that I want to point out is that we do have a choice. And sometimes it's harder to make the best choice when we've constantly been hurt. Maybe other people are causing harm, saying mean things to us, or treating us badly. In Sam's story, it seems like she was getting picked on by classmates, but it was more of a teasing, joking way. And maybe she thought that that's how you make friends. And also her relationship with her brother. Um, that wasn't very friendly. And so she picked up on some things. But what she learned is that the feeling inside of, of wanting to care for others and show kindness, that was more powerful because she can be her authentic self and not have to put up a disguise of being tough, and she will still be liked and she will still be able to make friends. And it worked out. She was able to mend and repair some of the friendships she's had and show others that she is capable of being very friendly and nice and that no one deserves to be treated that way. So she's making a commitment. I want to read H again because I think it's a very powerful line for the H in tough. Having real friends feels a lot better than being tough. So Sam being her authentic self. So that's a pretty nice ending to this series. So, friends, I'd love to hear what you think about this series, your thoughts, your comments, if this sparks some personal things in your life at home or with friends, friendships. Let me know. I'd love to talk about it. You can fill out the check-in form and send me a message there, or you can just email me. Again, I would also love to hear your um, tough acronyms, so please email those to me and I will showcase them next week for our final slideshow. All right, well, that's it. Thank you, friends, and I will hope to hear from you soon. Bye.